All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here talking about real music in real time for real people just like you, just like me. So, Journey played a gig at the Hollywood Casino yesterday or last night in Grantville, PA. Not the most well known location in the world, but I'm sure it must be a nice place to see a concert. Um, I think they sounded a little bit better than they did in New York City. However, um, it's not Journey in their prime, but let me put it this way: it's Journey good enough to sell tickets. That's what this is all about. Journey still putting out a decent product with Neil Sean, Jonathan Cain, Dean Castronovo on drums, who's really doing a terrific job on drums. And he's definitely energized. And I can tell he's really happy to be back with his old bandmates. Now, I think the big question is, where's Randy Jackson? He's not there again. Marco Mendoza is back on bass guitar. Marco is a decent bass guitarist. If you follow the Revolution Saints or some of the other projects that Neil Sean and Dean Castronovo have been involved with, you know that Marco is a go-to guy, and apparently he's a go-to guy again. I'm wondering if Randy decided not to do this, or maybe a contract didn't work out. Maybe there was supposed to be a sizable payday for Randy Jackson. He is technically a former member of Journey and adds a ton more name ID to this band, thanks to American Idol. And again, thanks to the fact that Randy Jackson was there during the Raised on Radio era and even played a little bit of bass back on the Frontiers album. So you know that Randy was involved with Journey for quite some time. Seems kind of like a strange addition to this band back in the day, with the band being more of an AOR rock band, but Steve Perry obviously wanted to turn Journey into more of a pop and R&B band and kind of fuse it all together, which they successfully did during Raised on Radio. So maybe Randy's holding out for money. Maybe he isn't feeling well. Maybe he's afraid of the thing. By the way, I'm sure you had to have your QR code and your passport and your paperwork in order to get into this gig. And what's weird is just this is kind of good news, I think, and people will think it's not good news. But for those of you who went out and did the thing, especially if you did the one that just supposedly got approved, which is a sham, but anyway, half of you didn't get the thing. Half of you actually got a placebo. So I think that's, to me, that's good, because you're not going to have a reaction to that most likely. And you can show your little card and think that you're all safe, and you may not be all that safe. So just putting it out there, if you believe in that, if you believe that that works, you may not have actually got the stuff. So it's a little bit of an interesting development. I just found this out a couple of days ago, and I thought I would share it because obviously nobody in the media is sharing it, and they just want you to do it and shut up and sit down and don't complain about it. If I could know for certain what was actually in that little vial, then yeah, I might do it just so I could have the card, but if I could know for sure, if I had a scanning device, I could find out what's actually in it. But then again, there's no guarantee as to what's actually going to be in there. I'm sure they have a tracking system, just like they have a tracking system with the QR code. Anyway, I'm off topic yet again. The big question is, where's Randy? Is he ever going to be playing live with Journey, or was this just to kind of hype the new lineup? My guess is it might be a little bit of both. All I know is it's good to see Dean Castronovo having a good time. And Arnell, I think he was a little bit better at this last gig. We'll have to monitor the situation. I'm sure some of you have a differing opinion of the performances, but I saw Separate Ways and Only the Young. Separate Ways is a stupid song to do live. It just It's just stupid in the sense that it is the song that wears out the singer. No matter who that singer is, if you're singing that every time you got to get out there, that is probably 30 or 40% of your vocal cords for the evening. And then, you know, those vocal cords are hanging by a thread and you have to plow through the rest of the material. But I think that's why they have Arnel, and the fact that he is a front man. He runs around. He's got some energy and excitement. And, you know, that's like the first time Journey really had a front man like that. Jeff Scott Soto, I think, is capable of doing that as well. But he was 11 months with the band, and kind of a footnote, which is sad because he was and still is one of the great vocalists in melodic rock. So there you have it. That's my cutting edge analysis. Journey out in Pennsylvania at the Hollywood Casino, and no Randy Jackson.